What's up, guys? Welcome to Keto Rewind. I'm back with another weekly update of my keto transformation. So before we get started, I'm Jess, and a little bit about me. I am rewinding my weight from morbidly obese to a healthy weight, and I am using the ketogenic way of eating and intermittent fasting. So if you are new to my channel, hit that subscribe button down below and give me some love and turn on those notifications. And if you've been with me all along, thank you. I appreciate your support. So let me preface this by saying I am not a doctor, not a medical professional, nothing fancy after my name. This journey and this channel is about my journey losing the weight, and I'm sharing my experience and tips with you. Make sure you do your own research and talk to your own doctor to see if keto is right for you. Now the fun part starts. Okay, so it's week 30. I was talking to my husband this morning. I'm like, it's week 30 update. And he's like, it's been that long? Right? So the last time I remember saying it's my 30 week anything, I was pregnant. Because you know what? I've never stuck with anything in my life that long. So to say I'm on week 30, it's crazy. So, but anyways, it's been 30 weeks. So my keto journey has gone, it's been a roller coaster of a ride. Like the best way to describe it is literally like riding a roller coaster, because I've had so many ups. It's been, in addition to like when you go down, it's not always about like being scared to go down or whatever. It's like fun, and you just get so full of life, and it's like riding a roller coaster doing this journey. So it has been hard, because going up that hill and hearing that click, and thinking you're gonna fail, and waiting for something to happen, and then when you go down and go over that hill and it's so much fun, it's like, whoa, this is awesome. This is pretty cool. So I always consider my ride here like riding a roller coaster, because it's scary and exciting at the same time. So I threw up some notes here just to keep me on task. But I will say, having this YouTube channel was literally one of the smartest things I've ever done in my life. And the main thing, or the main reason I say that, is because when you set out to change your life, not everybody is going to be able to relate to you or to help you along the way or support you, or, you know, like there's people that don't understand what you're going through. So when you form a community or you join a community or you have people that are going through the same journey or the same, you know, situation that you're going on, the support that you get from that is very empowering. And I pinch myself every day, because when I started this channel, I was just going to document my weight loss. And, you know, I thought maybe I'd hit 100 subscribers. And like every time I log in, and it's just bigger every time. And I'm just like wanting to pinch myself, because it's so rewarding to have so many people cheering you on. As of today, I'm not sure, it was like 15,200 something subscribers on my channel. That's like more than some towns and cities, you know, like that's like a whole town or a city following you. That is so awesome, and it makes me feel so great, and it gives me more power to keep pushing on and teaching and sharing and all the tips that I've learned. So basically, one of the differences, I guess, from this time, from my 1,000 other yo-yoed attempts to change my life, this time I have support. Like, I always had my family support, but you can only bombard them so many times, and, you know, about what you're trying to do, and, you know, until it gets old. Well, because they're not doing the same thing, essentially. I mean, my husband, you know, kind of, but, you know, he's more of just keep going, you know, being a fan role instead of like a supporting role, like this community has been. And I feel like you got to, if you're living and breathing and eating and everything keto, you have to have the support. The support is huge. And I feel like having this community of all these people either following me on my journey, starting their own journey, sharing their journey as like their, you know, where they are at, like we're all in this together, and the power that's coming from that. I mean, we're changing so many people's lives here. I mean, that's incredible. It's inspiring, and I feel like forming this community has really helped so much. I mean, it has really been one of the main things I didn't do in my previous days, previous diets, I should say. So I don't want to say like I didn't have a support system before, but like I never had a support system like this before. Like strangers that have now become friends, you know, like it's a whole different type of a community now. And I really think it's been clutch in my journey and staying on task and all that. So with all that being said, after hitting like 30 weeks on keto or eating the keto way of living, I have never stuck with anything that long before, because like I would stick to it long enough to get whatever goal I was trying to do. I was trying to lose 10 pounds or, you know, 100 pounds. I never got that far. But I mean, I always had like this little mini goal, and then once I got there, I was so miserable to get to that goal that I just resumed right back to the way I was eating, and here comes the pounds. So the yo-yo effect, it was strong. So like this time, I have not felt like I'm missing out, because the previous diets, I felt like I was on the sidelines still, trying to, you know, wait for my number to get picked to go play in the game. You know, and it never would happen, and I did get discouraged, and I'd still be on the bench. So not only was being fat causing me to sit on the sidelines, but then doing all the diets, I felt like, well, I'm doing this thing and nobody else is doing it, and, you know, still sitting on the sideline. But once I've done the keto, I've tried keto, shall I say, I don't feel like I'm sitting on the sidelines. I feel like I'm in the game, and everybody else that's still eating sugar are the ones sitting on the bench looking in, you know, because, what did I put here? Like, I never thought I'd actually mean it. It's so routine now that I don't even think about it being a big deal anymore, or something new, or like, it's my new normal. So, plus there's so many ways to keep it fresh and keep it satisfying. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing next, or this right now, I'll tell you. What I've started in the next 5 days, so stay tuned towards the end of the video for that surprise. But like it just has, I found a lot of like recipes even that are like so close to what I was eating that it's a great this for that type swap. So like I don't feel like I'm missing out. And the way I feel physically, emotionally, and all that is night and day different than when I was having the sugar, you know? So I wanted to stress that this journey is not about the number on the scale. Like I've said a million times before, we lose weight differently on the ketogenic way of eating. You know, some days we'll have big losses, some days will go up, some days, because you don't have all that water weight and bloat and inflammation that you get from eating a high carbohydrate diet, you don't have that. So any type of, you know, liquids or just like the actual weight of the food you're putting in is really the fluctuation on the scale. And you're not like truly that weight. That's more like just what you took in for the day, and then once it gets out, that's your true weight. So like if you eat something today and say you fasted tomorrow, your real weight would be the third day, you know, because that extra weight would be more like what you ingested. So like I'm just trying to make that simple. It works a little bit more complicated than that, but I'm just saying in general, that fluctuation on the scale is really just whatever you're drinking and eating. So if you drink a lot or something, you do something, or you have lots of water, lots of whatever, that's mostly water weight if you see you're up a pound the next day. So don't pay attention to the scale. You've got to stop giving that scale so much control over you. It's put the scale away. You've got to do that. That should be your challenge this month, to leave the scale alone. Because you don't need the strips, those urine test strips. You don't need, you know, fancy products. You don't need any of that stuff to lose weight on keto. You just gotta track your macros and do it. You know, and you don't need those tests or those strips or any of those products to like convince you that you're in ketosis. You are in ketosis if you do your job, you know? So don't give those strips, the scales, all that stuff so much power over whether or not you're in ketosis. Because if you're feeling great, waking up feeling energized, you're waking up feeling like a new person, your clothes are fitting looser, you look smaller, that is your real test of whether you're not in ketosis or not. When I'd wake up at 309 pounds, it wouldn't matter how many hours of sleep I had, I would wake up tired. And I would need a gallon of coffee to get me going throughout the day, and then keep drinking a gallon of coffee. I don't wake up like that anymore. I wake up and I'm ready to go. I get to drink coffee for fun now. I get to actually drink 1 cup of coffee. I don't need an entire Yeti full of coffee. You know, like you can tell if you're in ketosis or not. Don't give the scale the power, or those strips the power to tell you whether you're in ketosis. They're so subjective with the variables that go into it. So this transformation, this keto transformation, is not just the scale. The emotional side of the journey is probably even a bigger part than the actual physical part of the journey. You basically, to sum it up, while it's nice to see the scale going down, yeah, who doesn't want to see that? But the journey is so much more than that. When it's like your emotional well-being is a part of this, and you can't discount that, because when you return to life after you've been hiding for so many years, for me, I was hiding from life, and I was what's the word? I was self-medicating with food. And then I'd be miserable because I self-medicated with food, and I'd eat more, and you know, this over and over vicious cycle, and then tearing myself up about it, and then back to sitting on the sidelines. So when you're hiding from life for so long, you're just so much stronger when you come out of it. Like when you start and see the magic happen, where you are getting smaller, you're feeling great, you're feeling stronger, you're not letting things get to you so bad, you're starting to realize things about yourself that maybe you'd forgotten, you start liking the person you see in the mirror again. You just learn so much about yourself, and that's so important when it comes to the transformation. I found the strength during this time to help everybody else too. Like, I have not only fixed myself and my reactions to everything, I've also been so strong that I'm actually projecting that, and now you're getting it too. So like, the transformation is not, okay, I'm 231 pounds this morning. Okay, big deal, you know? The part that I'm most excited about is like the drive to keep helping and keep losing and keep inspiring and loving and learning more about myself that I have suppressed for so long. So like, that is like non-scale victories. Whoa, another like more exciting part than the scale. So stop giving the scale so much power over your moods and whether you're doing good or not. I mean, if I didn't have to weigh every week for you guys, I wouldn't weigh every week. I'd weigh once a month. Plus, with as much temptation that's abundantly around us, I'm now wiser when I encounter it. So basically, when you're, you know, say you're at a party, say you're at a friend's house, say you're grocery shopping, and you're encountering sugar, and it's sitting there looking all good and, you know, melty in your mouth, you know, like whatever, like when you see it just looking so good, when you're stronger because of that transformation, you now have a way to see you're a liar. You see right through that little package of goodness and call it out for what it is. You know, you feel so good, and your normal is feeling good. You're not feeling bloated, miserable, tired, you know, like all those things that come with a high carbohydrate diet or high sugar diet. So like, you look right through it. It's like, you know, just using this as an example, nobody shoot me for this. If you know somebody who's an addict and you know them so well that you know when they're using something, whatever their substance of choice was, you know instantly that they're on it, or they've you know, like, you can tell so easy once they've done it because you know them really well and you know them on their drug of choice or their substance of choice, whatever it is. So that's kind of like how I feel now when I go into stores. I see those packages that have all these enticing ingredients and it looks so delicious and, you know, it would taste awesome. But then you think, oh, I see what's going on here. You're trying to get me, you know, and I'm not doing it. So like, I'm smarter now when I go to the store. I know not to go down those center aisles in the store. I stay in the outside edges where the deli is, where the dairy, what do you call it? Where deli has the cheese too. You know, the dairy and the meats and the vegetables, and, you know, you have to stay in those outside corners. Like, I've learned how to respond now. When I see something looking delicious and good, I remember, oh yeah, that tastes good for what, 15 minutes? And then you're gonna feel awful for a week after you eat it. You know, like, I know how well I feel now, and I know how awful I felt on that. So that package is deceiving, and it makes you think that you want it. Your mind thinks you want it, and it's just like that whole thing where now you're the person that's playing in the game. You're not the person on the sidelines looking in anymore. Because the people playing the game are us ketoers that are feeling great, that can see through the bull of the packaging and all the sugar and all the like commercials and just everything sugar. You can see through the lies now. It's not, yeah, granted, it will taste awesome. 15 minutes. If you even can like take that long to eat. I know when I was eating that stuff, I could swallow down a whole package of, a whole sleeve of Oreos in like 2 minutes, you know? Like, I mean, 15 minutes, we'll call that pretty generous. But I'm saying in general, like, I am so much stronger when I react to that now. I know that's not what it is. I know it's a lie, and I'm not giving into it. Like, you just wise, you get wise, you know, and that allows you to make better decisions when you encounter the situations. And granted, when I first started this channel, I was weak. I wanted it. I fought tooth and nail that first month, battling my cravings and all that jazz. So when I would give in and cheat or slip up, whatever we want to call it, and then I'd learn and get another lesson learned. So sometimes we need more lessons than others. Like for me, I needed a lot of lessons. I've had 20 pounds worth of lessons on this journey because I gained 20 pounds on this journey that I had to re-lose in this, 8 months? Almost 8 months? I think it's 7 months. 7 months? I can't remember. I think it's 7 months. But I'm saying in 7 months, I have actually lost an additional 20 pounds that I get to say because of all my lessons I had to learn. So I could be down, 98 pounds by now. Instead, I'm only down 78 pounds. But you know what? Those lessons needed to be learned. And now, because I learned those lessons, I'm stronger. And I didn't die. It's not the end of the world if you have a slip up. Be better next meal. Don't let the sugar win. It's lying to you. And don't let your mind think that you need it either. So in all of those lessons, and some people need more than others. Like I said, I needed 20 pounds worth of lessons. Some people only need to slip up a few times to see the difference in the two diets, like the way of life. So whether you want sugar or you want ketones to fuel your body or fat. So basically what I'm trying to say is you can't control everything. This world is designed to have an abundance of sugar, but you can control how you react to it. And you can use each experience along the way to learn, to grow, and to become a fighter. So as I'm sitting here talking to you, I'm 78 pounds gone off my body, smaller. And I'm 78 pounds smaller, and I feel the best I've ever felt in my life. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I have 62 pounds left to go. I've lost more than I have to lose left. 62 pounds. I could be done by the end of the year. Just kidding. But I'm just saying in general, I can actually see the finish line now, and I didn't see the finish line any other time in my life. But this has given me so much hope, and having this community of support has been clutch. So I want to tell you what I'm doing next. This week, I thought I like to make challenges, and I like to keep pushing myself because as I keep getting stronger, I just like to keep learning new things. And I've had a lot of people ask me if I've done an egg fast. And I have not, but I see it all in my news feed on YouTube and my Facebook groups and stuff like that. I keep seeing this egg fast. So I thought, what the heck? So I asked my husband this weekend, do you want to do an egg fast with me? He's like, what's an egg fast? So I'm like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Well, basically, you are eating eggs, cheese, and butter for 3 to 5 days. So because of me being me, I'm going for the 5. So my husband's doing the 5-day with me. And you basically eat this ratio every time you eat. I don't know why it's called an egg fast, because there's not technically fasting in it. I don't know if that fasting means you're fasting from all the other foods. I don't know. I don't know enough about this fast to answer that question yet. But the idea of the whole thing is you eat nothing but eggs, butter, and cheese. So you have 3 to 4 eggs plus 2 tablespoons of butter plus an ounce of cheese each meal. So, or you just eat you based on your macros. So for me, I was like, okay, well, what does 6 eggs equal and, 2 tablespoons of butter? I played with my macros, and I found I need 8 eggs, 4 tablespoons of butter, and 2 ounces of cheese per day. And I can have that divided up into as many meals as I like. So because I just like to do the intermittent fasting, I'm going to stay in my same schedule of, starting I'll have 2 meals a day basically. No snacks, just 2 meals a day, and follow those guidelines and see what happens. So stay tuned for that update, but for the next 5 days, so I started yesterday, and Thursday will be my 5th day. So Friday, watch out for a video with my results. So I'm really excited. I might be totally egged out by then, but I'm also could be down 5 pounds. I don't know. I was trying to lose 15 pounds this week. I only have done 2 pounds this week. So that would give me a nice boost forward if I can pull that off, you know. So stay tuned for the results. And if you are looking to do the egg fast, come on, do it with me right now. Let's do it together. So anyways, and if you've done it, comment below. What was your results? Did you last a day? Did you get 5 days? What happened? Did you like it? You know, so I'm curious. So anyways, that's it for week 30. Stay tuned for the egg fast update, and I will see you guys at the next video. Please, please, please hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on those notifications and check out the next video. Bye. I'm Jess, and you're watching Keto Rewind.